Marissa Gray had been driving for hours through the rain-soaked hills of Vermont when she spotted the glowing sign of the Hollow Pines Lodge. Tucked between two dense patches of forest, the hotel had an oddly timeless charm, its wooden beams and ivy-covered stonework standing firm against the downpour. Exhausted and needing rest before her morning meeting, Marissa pulled into the lot and grabbed her umbrella. Inside, the lobby was warmly lit, but oddly empty. No music, no voices. Just the crackle of a fireplace. At the front desk stood a tall man with an old-fashioned mustache, dressed more like a bellhop from the 1930s than a modern receptionist. "One night," she said. "Name's Marissa Gray." He nodded once, pulled out a thick ledger, and after a pause, handed her a brass key. "Room 314, he said. "Third floor. Elevators down the hall." Marissa noticed there were no computers, no phones. Just the old ledger and a black rotary dial behind the desk. The elevator groaned as it rose, and when it opened on the third floor, she stepped into a hallway dimly lit by yellow sconces. The window was shut, but frost clung to the inside of the glass, and a musty scent hung in the air. The furniture looked antique clawfoot chairs, a heavy wardrobe, and a writing desk complete with an inkwell. On the bed, a folded note, "Please do not speak after midnight." Marissa smirked, thinking it was some kind of quaint hotel gimmick. She tossed her bag onto the bed and took a long, hot shower. At 12:06 a.m., the whispering started. At first, she thought it was the wind, but the whispers grew clearer, forming incomplete words, always from different corners of the room. She turned on the lamp, nothing. Her phone had no signal. She sat up, listening. She wasn't. Frozen, she watched as her mirror image slowly raised a finger to its lips and shushed. Marissa screamed and turned to run, but the door slammed shut. The lights flickered. She grabbed her bag, heart pounding, and flung open the window. 3 stories down. No fire escape. She turned back and the mirror was cracked from the inside. With shaking hands, she opened the door and bolted down the hallway, where the lights flickered faster and shadows danced on the walls. She didn't stop until she was in her car, soaked again by the rain, speeding away from Hollow Pines Lodge. The next day, when she called to complain, there was no listing for the hotel. Locals told her it had burned down in 1974. And the strangest thing, when she checked her phone photos, there was one she didn't take. A blurry image of her sleeping in bed, and behind her someone else, half seen in the mirror.